Hey guys, it's Sam and I'm here today to bring you a total body strength session. So we're going to do 6 different exercises, 2 push, 2 pull, 2 legs, and I'm going to be using a barbell and a plate. If you don't have either in your home, that's absolutely fine. You can use other alternatives, so bottles of water full of sand or soil is quite a good one. Any pet food, laundry detergent, just something that's going to give you a little bit of resistance. Alright, so before we start, make sure you've got plenty of space around you. We are going to be pressing overhead, so make sure you've got space above you. You've done an adequate warm-up, your body's ready to exercise, and you've got a drink of water because you might need it. Alright, so typically with strength training, we tend to do heavier weights, lower reps, but because of the current climate, we don't really have the weights to be doing that with, so we're going to be doing a few more reps than we naturally would in the gym environment. So each exercise I'm going to be doing 15 reps of, so anywhere between 10 and 15 is what we want to aim for. Rest periods as long as you feel you need. So again, because we're not going to be lifting as much weight, we're necessarily not going to be needing as much recovery. Sound good? Alright, so I'll show you first exercise. We have a shoulder press. So make sure you bend your knees to pick up your weights. You're going to clean your bar or your weights to your collarbone. I'm just going to press overhead. Step a little further back, you can see a bit better. Starting and stopping at your collar. Off we go. Alright, so 15 reps. So it's slow and controlled. I'm sticking with a strict press, so the focus is on my shoulders. Fully lengthening my arms, but not locking out my elbows, and trying to keep the bar as straight as I can. Check your hips are staying under your shoulders, squeeze your bum. We've got 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and time. Well done. Alright, so that's move 1 done. Move 2 is going to be bent over row. So like I said, take as long as you feel you need to, so I'll show you next exercise. So bar is going to be starting on your thighs, hinging from the hips, so we take it down to the knees, and you're going to be rowing up to your belly button. Alright, when you're ready, set it up. So feet under your hips, hinge forward, 15 reps, off we go. So they're nice and slow and controlled. My elbows will lead back behind me and brush past my waist. I want to try and keep that natural arch in my spine and squeeze my shoulder blades at the top. So pull exercise, concentrating on the back and the biceps. 3 more reps. 3, 2, last one, and time. Bar can go down. Alright, so I'm going to use a plate for this next one, legs. So hitting everything from the hips down, we've got a sumo squat. So I'm going to take my feet nice and wide, toes go out to 10 and 2, chest lifted. I'm just going to hold the plate in front of me and squat down there. Keeping the weight in the heels, keeping the chest lifted. Happy? Alright, so feet nice and wide, set it up, 15 reps, off we go. So my chest's tall, my core's tight, and I'm aiming for parallel with my thighs to the floor, or as low as I feel comfortable with. I'm going to squeeze the bum as I rise, so then glutes are working. So do 5 more here. Last 2. Last 1. Fab. Alright, so that's 1 lot of your push-pull legs. So we're going to stay with the same format, just do different exercises. So next one I'm going to do on the floor. If you've got a bench, you can use that if you wish, but it's just as good on the floor. It's going to be a chest press. So you're going to take your bar onto your hips and lie yourself flat on the floor. So we're going to start with the back of the arms on the floor. We're going to push the bar so it's just above the chest. Arms just want to slightly touch the floor before you press again. Alright, set yourself up. So chest press, again, push and pull. Triceps and chest this time. All right, feet stay flat. Throw your belly button into the floor. Off we go, 15 reps. So you can easily use bottles of water here, or anything that's just going to give you a little bit of resistance. Focusing on fully lengthening out the arms, not locking the elbows. Big squeeze of the chest at the top. Keeping it slow and controlled. 5 more reps. Last one. And time. All right, so take the board back to your hips as you sit up. And then you can take it off to the side. Well, all right, so I'm going to go back to my plate. If you've got a bar, you can use your bar here. So we're going to do some upright rows. So you're going to row the plate or your bar to your lower chest. All right, feet under your hips, knees nice and soft. Off we go. Elbows are always staying above the wrists. Again, keeping it slow and controlled. We want to keep the plate nice and close to the body. Squeezing my bum. You see how that sits my hips under my shoulders? Trying to look forward. Three more reps. 3, 2, and last one. Brill. All right, plate can go down. So last one, probably one of the most challenging. So I want you to bear in mind you can do this without a weight. You can just hold your arms above your head and you're still going to challenge yourself there. So this is going to be really good for your posture as well as your lower body. So I'm going to use a plate. You feel free again to use a barbell. Might just hit my light, so if I do. So I'm going to push the plate over my head. My feet are outside my hip and I'm going to squat there. Yeah? All right, set yourself up. So we've got 15 reps. Are we ready? Plates go up. Off we go. So weight stays in my heels. Aiming for parallel with the thighs. If you can't quite get there and you just want a bit of a knee bend, that's absolutely fine. From the side. Or you can always squat here. Yeah, you might find it easier to get a little bit lower. 5 more reps. Last 2. Last one. Time. Brill. All right, so there you are, 6 exercises done. 1 round. So we're going to aim to do 1 more. Feel free to do more if you wish. I'll go through 1 more with you. All right, so round 2, I want to really focus on time under tension. So because we don't have the weight, we want to keep the intensity by slowing our exercises right down. Sound good? Can we remember move 1? Shoulder press. All right, bend your knees to pick up your bar. Set yourself up. So you've got 15, so we're going to power up and slow and controlled on the way down. So push, then nice and slowly down. All right, off we go. So power and then control. So my elbows are always coming into my waist and I'm always going back to that starting position. So from the side, drive up and then slowly down. As soon as you hit the bottom, push up. 1 more. Feeling that now. Last one, big push. Nice and slowly down, well done. Bars come down. So you might find that now you need a little bit more recovery because we've worked that a little bit harder. That's absolutely fine. If you need to pause the video at any point, again, that's absolutely fine. Your workout, you do what's good for you. Move 2, then bent over rows. We're going to stick with the power. So pulling up, nice and powerfully, then slow and controlled on the way down. So I'll give you a demo before we get going. So hinging from the hips, so we power up and then slowly on the way down. Explored, control. Happy? All right, set yourself up. Hinge from the hips, 15 reps. Off we go. So I'm keeping my body really close to my thighs. If you've got bottles of water, again, do the same. You could even just use the one plate in this position. Still going to work the body exactly the same. All right, we've got 5 more reps. 5, 4, keep it going. 3, last couple. Big squeeze of the shoulder blades. Really work that upper back too. And time. Well done. All right, push, pull, done. Legs. Sumo squats. So we're going to keep the tempo nice and steady down and up. All right, feet are nice and wide. So we go slowly down, slowly up. So making sure your toes are turned out. Are we ready? Off we go. So down nice and slowly, and then rise. So I'm going to evenly push through both feet. Squeezing the bum at the top. I want to feel that tension on the thighs out a little bit more. Nice and steady. Feel the difference. I can. Try and track your knees out to your toes, pushing them into the corners of the room. It's going to really help keep them glutes working. Starting to sweat now. 5 more reps. Last couple. Last one. And time. Well done. All right, so that's your first round, push-pull legs. Second round, so chest press is your next one. So taking yourself wherever you feel comfortable, or coming onto your hips. So we're going to try and power up, control on the way down. So gravity wants to help us on the way down, so the muscles have got to work harder to keep it controlled. Happy? All right, off we go. So power up, and then nice and slowly down. Check your wrists are staying over your elbows. If they're not, either widen or narrow your grip on your bar or your bottles. You might just need to adjust your hand position slightly. Power and then control. We've got 5 more here. Big squeeze of the chest at the top. Keeping that belly button drawn into the floor. Last couple. Last one. your hips, sit yourself up. Alright, so last round I did the upright row with the plate. I'm going to do it with the bar this time so you can see the difference. So, hands hold the bar, thumbs want to be able to touch, and that's going to be your position. So we're going to lead up the body with the elbows exactly the same as the bar. Alright, happy? So we're going to go up slowly, down slowly. So up for 2, and then down for 2. Ready? Set it up, off we go. Elbows leading, always staying above the wrists. Squeezing my bum, so my hips are sat under my shoulders. Keeping my knees soft, keeping my chest lifted. So I'm keeping the bar really, really close to my body. Like I'm rolling my t-shirt up with it. Core is nice and tight, upper body staying strong. Shoulders staying sat down in the back. Got 5 more. Last one. Alright, well done. Excellent. Alright, so last one's the legs. So your overhead squat. Happy, we know what we're doing. So I'll go through a couple of options as we get moving. So again, we're just going to stay nice and slow and controlled. Keep the tension on the body. So foot position I'm not too bothered about. If you want to go a little bit wider because that's easier for you, that's absolutely fine. So we'll start overhead. Alright, are we ready? Off we go, 15 reps. So try and keep your eyes forward. It's really easy to look down, but we want to keep the chest lifted. So again, you've got the option to bring your plate here and squat. That's absolutely fine. It is really challenging, so it might be you do a couple overhead, a couple here, and keep alternating. Making sure the knees are going out. Want to keep them glutes engaged, stop the knees from rocking in. You've got the option to just hold your hands above your head. So you're working the back, the posture as well here. A little bit more challenging, but obviously not weighted. 2 more. On the side for the last one. And time. Alright, so that's your torso body push-pull leg session. Hope you enjoyed it. So we did 2 rounds. Please feel free to do another or even a second. Absolutely fine. Make sure when you're doing you cool off and enjoy the rest of your day. Any questions, any feedback, please let us know. If not, thank you for watching.